Hello, Happy New Year. Some people think that Christmas is a one-day event, and then we sort of have this sort of blobby time in between Christmas and New Year. But like Christians for many years, actually, what we've been doing is trying to take the whole of the 12 days of Christmas to reflect on the incredible birth of Jesus and what that means for us. And so today we're looking at a passage in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It's a well-known passage. There's a poem there called A Time for Everything. You might know it or you might have heard of it. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just a few verses from it. It says, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. There's a time to be born and a time to die. There's a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. There's a time to weep and a time to laugh. There's a time to mourn and a time to dance." And on it goes. And then the beautiful part for me, this is verse 11, which is where I want to focus. It says, "God has made everything beautiful in its time." And I just love that, because I'm imagining that, like us, you've had a mixed year with joys and celebrations and also challenges and pain and hardships. And what this verse is reminding us is that God is there in everything, that he's there in the celebration and the fun stuff and the joy, that there's beauty in that. And that there's also beauty of a different kind in the pain and the suffering and the difficult times, because God is walking through those times with us. And as we look back on those times and we realize we've come through, we can realize that he was with us and that we have grown and that we are learning things. And the second half of verse 11 says that God has put eternity into man's heart. In other words, it isn't just that God is walking through with us and then it all finishes. It's that he's given us a glimpse that there's something more than this world, a sense of the Almighty, a sense of the supernatural, that life continues beyond our present existence. And it's when we get that God perspective on life, it's then that we can really see beyond our own circumstances, and we can give thanks despite the challenges, and we can know his love and his peace and his presence every day. And we can just get his big picture perspective on the world, on our place in the world, on how he's called us to make a difference. And that's what I'm thinking about as we head into 2023. And that's what I'm praying about. And I'm praying for all of us, actually, that we experience something of that big picture perspective, that we know eternity in our hearts, as we also know that God is with us, making everything beautiful in every season. Happy New Year.